All right, it's weaning day. We're gonna get the spring pears separated today and up eating at the bunks instead of down on corn stalks at Dad's.
Meet the Peterson family. Our dad, the three Peterson brothers, and our families farm together in central Kansas. Our family farm started in 1882 and has been raising cattle and crops ever since. Please subscribe to this channel and give us a like and a comment if you enjoy the video.
So I'm starting off my morning in a weird way. I almost always go to my feed tractor first and load and, feed out, do chores. Well, I recruited either Nathan or Greg to do that this morning, and I'm gonna go straight down and sort. Okay, so they've been coming into this pen to water and then kicking out on the corn stalks behind those trees. Last night my dad trapped them in here. I thought we might, trap them this morning, but he said they were all close. So I trapped them in here overnight, and time to get the cows and the calves separated. Okay, off the calves go. They trick him out of the pen easy. We don't have the most sophisticated alleys. We're gonna get them to point A to point B. So we got them in this alley, putting cows over here, calves down there, and cows we were wanting to sell. Okay. There's Nathan doing my chores. Thanks, Nathan. Okay, I'm back up at my house now, the home place here. And I'm gonna backhaul some cattle that go to a pasture in between my house and my dad's house. Gonna kick them out on my way, then go and get the second load. There'll be 3 loads of our spring calves. So one thing you didn't get to see was Nathan and I hilariously chasing one of them fall calves around the yard. He made it out of one pen into an alley where he wasn't supposed to be. So then he looped all the way around the feed lot. We just had to wrestle him and carry him to the alley right in front of the trailer. So I didn't film that for you. I was kind of too hectic. Now I'm on my my 3rd load of 4, moving cows and calves around this morning. And I got Nathan to help me this last trip. Dad helped me the first trip, and I'll probably do the last trip myself. Okay, I'm here getting the last load of calves. Going the wrong direction. Got one of the red guys at the back. Okay, got all the home-raised calves kicked in the pen, and they went right to eating, just as planned. They know all about the ration, so they hopefully will just go right on to feed.
We've only got a few days left of harvest. So while we're waiting for the Milo to dry, we've just got wet plants this morning from all the dew. Just wanted to show you guys kind of the variability, and we've talked all harvest about how we've got, the knolls and the hills of our fields and the low parts. The hills haven't produced this year because it was so dry, whereas the low parts, the better soil, was able to hold on to water a little longer. This is what double crop Milo is supposed to look like. You can see the wheat stubble. We harvested the winter wheat in June and then planted the double crop Milo immediately after it. That's why it's called a double crop, is it's 2 crops in one growing season. Could have been a lot better, but in a lot of our photos and videos this year, I'm just tempted to take photos and videos of the better looking crops. I mean, that's what you want to capture. It's hard to want to capture the worst parts of the field. So we've had quite a few comments that are like, oh, you guys aren't in a drought. Your crops look great. Well, some of our crops look great. Then some of our crops look absolutely terrible. And I guess it's kind of misleading both ways. The bottom line is throughout our entire year this year, 2022, we had below average crops on average. It was below average. Definitely had some bright spots, some good fields, but as we wind down harvest here, it's been below average. But with the grain prices being higher than what they normally are, we're hoping that'll cover our extra costs, such as increased fertilizer and fuel costs being higher. We're hoping that that'll cover those extra costs we had this year, and that we could still have a profitable year. I'd say there's a pretty good chance that we had a profitable year this year. It could have been a lot more profitable if it would have rained. Gonna check the oil here to get started this morning. Kind of hard to see. I blew out the filters yesterday on both combines, and we didn't have that long of a day yesterday, so I think they're good. All right, I guess we'll try it out. Nobody else is over here yet except for me, because I kind of want to make sure that it's dry enough, which it might not be. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I'm 13 miles from home, and if the Milo's too wet, I guess I'll have to drive home.
Okay, so I ended up rolling out wire on this beautiful day off this headed out millet behind me. That's what we're going to graze with these cows that we've just taken the calves off of. It's almost too high quality of forage for a cow that doesn't even have to be raising a calf, but that's what we got. They're called bale beds, but they aren't just for bales. We've used them for a lot of other things around here. Now I just have to tie this wire off here by this crossing, and that's where it'll connect to the power, is this end here. Okay, here's the fence at the corner of my dad's feed lot. Just want to make sure before I work too closely to it, I'm not going to get buzzed. Okay, I'm safe. So those corn stalks lasted these 40 pair just under 2 months, and it was about 75 acres. We just supplemented them the last week, just so the calves would be on ration whenever we weaned them. So I'd call that pretty good. There's a lot of eating out there, and it didn't cost us really much of anything besides that hot wire. A lot cheaper than running them on the grass, which we were out of. Okay, Blair, show us what your boots do. Can you stomp? Stomp with your boots? Okay, so I did chores early. You're seeing the top of Blair's head here. Then I'm gonna go over, they're cutting on our farthest northwest, pretty much our farthest away field that we have. So I was gonna do chores early, then go over there so that I can cut late and Dad can come back and do his chores. That way we weren't both gone at the same time. And so those clips I showed you earlier in the day were these calves right here. So I just fed my ration to these ones back here. These ones are going to eat some of my dad's ration that he has in his wagon. So I'm not going to feed them, but they did a really good job slicking up their bunk. For day one of weaning, that's pretty good, slick up the bunk. What my dad will do is gradually increase them more and more pounds per day till they're up to eating about 20, 25. And then we'll gradually transition them from his ration to my ration. We'll treat our calves in a very similar way to the ones that we buy, but we won't have to baby these ones. They're already pretty tough and they're already used to silage, so they should transition a little bit quicker. It's really nice to know what the history of the calves are as you start to feed them, because you can, what are you doing, Blair? Because you can kind of work to their strengths, and you know if they have any weaknesses, what they've eaten before and everything. You're silly.
So we're cutting our poorest field of Milo.
I can also switch with you, Nathan, and I can drive that to my...
Combine's still looking good.
If you wanted to do the finished combining.
Milo kind of struggled. If this field would have been a little closer to home, we would have chopped some of this, and we almost did come chop it, but then the beans were ready, and so we started cutting beans. Dry spots are kind of random throughout, so it would have been hard to piece around. So we're just cutting the whole thing, but there's some spots that are barely worth it.
That double crop Milo field was pretty much our poorest Milo field. So we didn't film much during it, unless Greg did. But now we're off to some better yielding Milo. Crossing over the interstate bridge, listening to the cats. Okay, it took almost a whole quarter of the football game, but I made it to the field and the cats are winning. Came a long ways, but we made it. time to get this thing rolling. Well, part of the plan was to get a truck here first, but I won the race. If it was a race, I won. I'm the first one here. Okay, Nathan came through here, switched me off. Dad and I are gonna head back for chores. So 9770 had an issue. They had to stop it at the farm. So I just came here with 9610, got quite a bit cut, almost 2 truckloads. And now I'm going back for chores. Here sits the majestic 9770 at the fuel trailer. Its final resting place before the weekend. Nathan left the flashers on, so I gotta turn them off.
It's kind of rough terrain there. Are you having fun? You trying to lift it? Oh.
Okay, so Greg looked over that first semi. He's on his way into town with that. I'm gonna check the oil and stuff on this one before I head in. And we'll haul in those bushels from Saturday first, Monday morning.
Monday morning, and we are rolling out to our last field of harvest. Loving these fall colors.
Here we have our, we should come up with a brand name for this fancy fuel trailer. There we go. So our trailer gets power. We just connect to the battery of the combine, and now it's pumping. Nathan, did you put anything in the grain cart Saturday night, or is it empty? Oh. Yeah, there was really no need to cut anymore on Saturday night. I filled that load, and then Nathan filled the second load, and then we just brought them both back to the yard.
We are headed to the field for what is maybe going to be the last meal of harvest. We'll see. Okay, here we go. Where are we going?
Choose.
To eat. Eat where?
Choose.
Field.
Yeah.
9770 should be back to business today.
Oh wow, I was just gonna film and Kendall's filming. Film! Everybody film!
What do you have on your head? What's on your head?
Okay, set these on the ground because they spilled all over.
Are you a butterfly? Nope. Just
Wouldn't let her wear her wings.
oh no wings today.
Okay, put 2 cookies on Daddy's. Okay, can you get him some silverware?
What a good helper.
All right, thanks, Blair. So what do you think, Kendall? Will this be the last harvest meal?
I don't know, I think we might need lunch tomorrow. It should be done by supper tomorrow.
So this field we chopped some of this, a month ago or so, because it wasn't really good enough to harvest, and you can kind of tell it'll kind of be slow going on this part of the field. The other part of the field's pretty good Milo. Here is our lunch in the field. I'm not sure what it's called. It's some pepperoni, noodles, cheese kind of stuff. Also, we've got our Halloween cookies, because today's Halloween.
Took a link out of the auger unloading chain. Also, check out the back of Dad's shirt. It's for sure in another language. Anybody can comment what that says.
Can you get?
I'm pretty sure we got that shirt from a trip to a dairy farm in Germany, so it might mean something about milk, from what I remember. Okay, let's see if my stash of snacks from the other day is. Oh, it is. If you put snacks out in the open, other people eat them. But I hid these ones away for safekeeping.
are we lounging?
Lounge.
Lounging in the grain cart tractor. Da, 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 da. What do you have to say to YouTube? Da, 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 da. How you feel at the end of harvest? You feel like lounging? You guys enjoyed that drone video. I'm taking this load in. Trucks are quickly getting behind with the 2 combines going. So we only had 1 combine running for a while there, and also my phone was dead, didn't get charged last night, so wasn't able to film there over the afternoon. It's about 5 p.m. and yeah, we're making good progress on this field. We've definitely gotten done with it if we'd had both combines running the whole day, but I think we may have some left to do tomorrow. We'll see how tonight goes. All right, we got a problem up here. I'm meeting a combine and there's a cow in front of the combine. This is not something you see every day, my friends. Wish I could zoom in more. I don't know what this cow's doing. There you go, buddy. Chasing cows with the combine. Gotta love it. All right, made it back to the field. We've just got 1 combine going. Everybody else is hauling Milo to the elevator. This is a pretty far away field, so we are struggling to keep up with the trucks. So Mom and Dad are both at the elevator, but they should get back here, you know, within 30, 45 minutes getting 9610 over here. So the grain cart's full, so technically, you know, this semi is already 2/3 full probably, but we'll just leave the grain cart full since we don't have enough drivers. Getting pretty dusty. Well, it's been dusty all day, but at night you can you have a little more trouble seeing. Well, we didn't quite finish the field, but we're very close. Very close. Thanks for watching, everyone. Check out our music videos linked in the description. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, and explore our website, www.petersonfarmbrothers.com. See you guys next time.